When I go out into the hallway, I spot Luke. Hey, heading for the mall? Maybe. I haven't asked Logan yet. And Donald's in detention early. What a surprise. Did you hear about the Apple Festival? We're either promoting very healthy eating or we're finally submitting to our corporate overlords. Wow, thanks for the iPad, Apple. Is that the off-campus activity that the upperclassmen were going? It's apple bobbing, I think, right? He nods. Apparently it's a big deal harvest fair with food and crafts and dancing. All the seniors go. Do you have something like that where you come from? Our biggest festival is in the spring. It's too bad freshmen can't go to this Apple Festival. I'm curious to see how Americans celebrate. I mean, like, look, they're either drinking cider or just consuming apples. It's not going to be that exciting. I don't think you're missing out on much. Right. Updates. Someone had mentioned I think Raina had mentioned in the comments, like, that Barbara is a very difficult person to romance. So I actually forgot about the sheer amount of criteria that you need to unlock some people. And given that I'm basically black magic till I die, Mini is also off the table unless I apparently go learning red. And as I said, black magic till I die. So it looks like we might actually just be following along with Ellen. Ellen isn't bad. I think Ellen is like a fine romance option. It just means existing near Damien. And existing near Damien is like pain-inducing. That does mean that we're not going to go... Oh, right. That was the problem with Barbara. So yeah, with Minnie you need black magic and you need to help her study like a whole bunch. And yeah, some other things you probably missed already. With Barbara, if you choose to run for president, she will stop talking to you completely. So that's that over. It's Ellen or nothing now. That said, I kind of only want to go to the mall like when I'm prompted story-wise or when we have a lot more money. So just hit me with a study on this one, please. There are more people here than I expected. The study group wasn't this busy last time. There are several little clusters of freshmen at the tables and running back and forth between them is... Hi, Dave. Good to see you again. Right. Why are we so awkward? What? It's good to see you again, friendo. My socially awkward person ever. Now, how can I help you? Magical study tips, American customs, dungeon problem solving? She really is putting in the effort to help everyone. Oh, right. What do I get if I help? I was hoping I could help you or anyone who needs it, really. I may as well try and make a good impression on the electorate. Oh, that's great. You can help people with their black magic. She's smiling so insincerely. That's someone who knows what I'm doing. But remember, we can't be helpful because she's got us beat on that. We need to be personable and we need to make good impressions. I think personable doesn't mean what I think it means, but one thing at a time. She didn't even have to ask what I was good at. I mean, to be fair, I have only attended black magic. This isn't a surprise. How could she possibly know? Anyway, I've only been to one class. All right. Thanks, Dave. It's wonderful when we can all work together, isn't it? With that, she brings me over to a student to assist, introducing me as her delegated tutor. Reviewing the material with someone else does help me to remember at least. Smarts increased by 1, stress increased by 1. Okay, that's good. Honestly, we probably need more smarts. As I'm heading back to my room, I feel a strange tickling sensation in my mind. Thoughts twitch and flicker as if I was struggling to remember something and jumping from memory to memory. But I'm not trying to remember, am I? Oh, God. Someone has cast forgetfulness on me, but it's not the forgetfulness that's the problem. The problem with the spell is they're trying to get you to remember the thing you've forgotten. Actual nightmare fuel. Is someone using magic to send me a message? I'm curious. I tune my thoughts. Dave, are you there? This is how you send messages? When you're old, do you just think you're forgetful or do you think you're really popular? My memory is terrible as is. I think I'm the most popular person alive. There, where? I'm on the quad. Right, good. The buses are on their way back. How do you spell buses? Huh. What's going on? I've been away for cider day. Oh. They really have just been out there getting trashed, huh? Like, I thought they were apple bobbing, but no, they're actually getting drunk. All right. I know about the festival. Right, well, almost the entire senior class was there, including Damien, and that's unusual. He never goes off-campus to off-campus events where he'll have to disguise himself. Oh no, he wants to get drunk and then go hit up Ellen. Don't worry, we'll distract her. Or we'll distract Damien, one or the other. A blue devil with wings does require a bit of glamour to explain to the non-magical. Just call it cosplay. How hard can it be, right? So I kept an eye on him all day at the fair to see what he was up to. He bought an apple pie, and that's bad. I'm pretty certain it's a present. Box, bow, calligraphy, all that. It's got to be for Ellen. This is your chance to interfere. I can't just rip a present out of a girl's hands. He won't just give it to her. I know him. There's always drama, always a game. I have seen Gabriel's Inferno. I know how this works. Just what happened between William and Damien in the past? We're on our way back now. Go to Horse Hall near Ellen's room. Just see what happens. Even if all you do is spoil his grand entrance. All right, I did agree to this. I make my way over to Horse Hall, trying not to be noticed. I spotted Ellen and Virginia walking towards the cafeteria, so they're probably going to dinner. So with any luck, they won't be back for a while, and they'll never know I was hanging around outside their room. Okay. Can I hide the pie behind a painting? And behind the painting, there's a safe. They'll never find it. And when they do find it in years to come, it'll just be like completely rotted. If I knew... That's a terrible plan. If I knew more black magic, I could blend seamlessly into the walls, but as is... If only. I'll have to settle for being sneaky. I hang around the corner, doing my best to look casual and bored and like I'm thinking about something else entirely. And I steer clear of the girls' bathroom. I mean, it goes without saying. Nothing seems to be happening. Was William wrong? Am I missing dinner for no reason? If I weren't so desperately bored, I might not have noticed the tiny sound, but right now any change is exciting. I definitely heard something. Was it a safe being opened? I didn't see anyone approach. I didn't hear footsteps. Is someone there? I'm not trying to have an actual confrontation with Damien. I'll wait a moment before checking. Most sane visual novel character ever, by the way. By the way, I'm not actually trying to, like, walk up and punch him. I just want to fuck with him. With him. You know what I mean. I don't hear anything else, so I walk back around the corner to Ellen and Virginia's room. There's a small box sitting right in front of their door. The box is tied with a blue ribbon and has to Ellen written on it in flowing good letters. I mean, there is, the more I think about it, there is a low-key chance that, I could try with Minnie. I need 15 red magic before the dark dance is the problem. God, do I think Ellen's not even that bad? I don't know why I'm so desperately trying to, like, avoid. You're treating her like the plague, man. All right, dark dance, Wolf Hall. Oh, that wasn't enough. Turns out there's a television series called called Wolf Hall. Oh no! I just want to know when the dark dance is to see if I still have a chance to get it. The middle of the school year. I still have enough for that. Okay, fine. I'm gonna get rid of the box, but I'm gonna keep my options open. William wanted me to stop this gift from being delivered, right? Take it away or step on it. What would be the purpose of stepping on it? I don't understand. I guess so I don't have the incriminating evidence on me? Alright, sure, step on it. I plant the full force on my boot onto the box and it squishes satisfactory underfoot. He certainly won't want to eat it now. Suddenly I hear voices approaching. As long as it's not Jacob, anyone but Jacob. Huh? What are you doing here? Uh-oh, if she realizes this mess was a gift for her, it will look like I destroyed it out of spite. I had an accident. I was carrying this dessert, I tripped and dropped it, but I was trying to catch my balance, but I accidentally cast a spell. It sounds like the sort of thing that happens to Luke. How'd you accidentally cast a spell? How loosey-goosey is magic in this universe? Oh god, there must be people falling over and casting fireballs on their hair all the time. Well, everyone makes mistakes. We'll help you clean it up, won't we? Why should we have to clean up if he's the one that made the mess? She is, like, not considerate. I remember her being boisterous but fun and chill. She was awful. She looks at the damage box. Hey, why does it say for Ellen? What? It was supposed to be a gift? Why? Oh, he likes you. I do not. I'm supposed to be making friends with her, not pretending to be in love with her. I mean, you can fancy someone. It doesn't have to immediately be in love. Mostly. Whoops. I mean, I don't mean it like that. It was just a prank, wasn't it? Was it? You wouldn't have any reason to give me a present, so it must be a joke. Look, it wasn't me. Someone left the box here and ran away. I didn't see who it was. That's almost true. I heard about the manure last week and I was afraid it was another prank. I just didn't want anything bad to happen. So you squished it? It's none of your business. Sorry, I guess it was dumb. Well, whatever, as long as you clean it up. That feels like the worst outcome in the world. That doesn't feel like I've done well at all. All right. Oh god, I'm back here. Kill me. Okay, hang on. I just want to see what happens if I choose the other option, okay? Search for Damien, I think, is insane. Examine the box. We know we don't really have the time for that. And apparently we can't just commit and say that it is us. So let's get rid of the box. No, hang on. Let's get rid of the box, but first, let's overwrite so I don't have to skip through. Again, I'm using a virtual keyboard because my keyboard isn't here, and my new keyboard isn't here until tomorrow. So all functions of trying to use a keyboard is a pain. Yeah, I can see why they make keyboards. Honestly, I can see why it's not just everything isn't operated with a mouse. Okay, so we're going to get rid of the box, and then we're going to take it away and hope they don't catch us. There's no need to get complicated. I'll take it away, and Ellen will never know it was here. I pick up the box. It seems a shame to waste a good pie. I wonder if it's safe for me to eat. Suddenly I hear voices approaching. Oh, God. Bluff or make a run for it? Oh, both of them are so bad. There's options. Make a run for it. Nothing! I take off with the box before they can ask any questions. It may not have been suave, but at least I stopped Ellen from receiving Damien's gift, and I have a treat for myself for later. That just feels like we were stealing, if I'm honest, but that's okay. I don't even have to guess who's knocking at my door this morning. Come in, William. Hi. I wanted to apologize. I put you on the spot yesterday. I know this probably seems a little weird, sneaking around and getting worked up over a guy buying a pie. I'm taking things too personally, I know. I'll try to back off. Okay, so how did it go? Awkward. It didn't go quite as planned, but the important thing is I got rid of the pie, right? Right, he sighs. Look, normally I'd say this is none of my business, but as it is, I think you've made it my business. What's the story with you and Damien? Oh, that. We had a misunderstanding a long time ago. I don't say anything, but wait for him to continue. Do you really need to hear this? I mean, yes! Look at what you did, man! You made me run away with an apple pie that wasn't mine and, like, get me into potential all kinds of trouble later down the road. Of course I need to hear this. If it's making him this nervous, then yes, I probably do. Exactly. I nod and wait. Exactly. Don't even give me the option. Don't even give me the option. Just dab on him. Fine. He turns away from me as he speaks. In my freshman year, I was assigned to Falcon Hall. Damien was my next door neighbor. He was the first person I met in Iris Academy, and we made friends right away. He was charming and exotic, like no one I'd ever seen. Not because of his bloodline. We'd had other world visitors at home before. There was just something about him. He always had ideas, always had a good story. It was so easy to go along with whatever he wanted. And honestly, I was flattered by the attention. Oh, he dumped you. And now you're afraid that he's going to get close to someone else and dump them as well once, like, he makes love to them one time. Oh, William. Oh, that's not good. Look, assholes are gonna asshole, okay? Like, you need to warn people, but if people aren't gonna take the warning for themselves and need to learn the lesson by doing, then so be it. Like, If you're gonna police people like this for the rest of your life, you're never gonna have any time for yourself. Alright, he made it seem like I was the irresistible one, like I was worth. He was good at making people believe things. You can probably guess where this is going. Yeah, I've heard enough, buddy. I get the picture, I'm sorry. He doesn't want to talk about it, and I don't need to hear the details. After he got what he wanted, he changed. Suddenly I was nothing to him, less than nothing. I was a joke. It was all some demon game to him. How lucky was I to be the first target on his list? I didn't take it well. I didn't want to believe how easily I'd been fooled. Sorry, did I not say that was enough and you don't need to follow through with this story? Like, what have I missed? He made up all kinds of horrible lies about me, my family, crazy things. I didn't know what to believe. Okay, I mean, that's worse. In the end, what it came to was me punching him in the face with a dozen witnesses, and that's how I was sent to Wolf Hall. So you see, I know what he could do to people. He shakes his head. I'm sure you don't want to hear me go on about ancient history. At what point did people not believe him? And like the fourth or fifth person who like happens to be the worst person alive? I'm sure some people would believe it. Everything seems more dramatic when you're young and all your times are the first times. I don't want to see another freshman year ruin the way mine was. I'm sure Ellen will be fine. You're probably right. I'll see you tomorrow for the campaign strategy meeting. He leaves. Oh, just like that. Oh, he really did just leave. All right. Okay, so in order to romance Minnie, we need to become co-presidents with her. It doesn't really say how we go about doing that. It just says we need to. Maybe if I'm good enough, eventually she's desperate and like, hey, maybe we can both be presidents because it's all I've ever dreamed of. I awake on a Monday to a knock on the door. Mr. Lunison? Hi, that's me! I step outside to find Professor Potsdam smiling at me. Good morning, dear, these are for you. She hands a folder bulging with papers. The label on it reads Election Protocol. Have a look through, then meet me after class today to discuss your campaign strategy. Wouldn't it have made more sense to give me these on Fridays so I could study them over the weekend? A leader must be swift and decisive. You don't always get to plan ahead. Sure, like when the situation requires it, but like adapting on the fly, being a very sought after skill for the most part is a complete myth. Like, you gotta be pragmatic, bro. You gotta like always plan ahead. Like you, oh God, all right. You know what? Fair enough, Professor Potsdam. And I'm just gonna mentally, I've taken -5 smarts off what I believe her D&D character sheet is. Until then, she winks at me and sweeps away. Well, before anything else, I need to decide on my schedule for the week. Tell you what, sure, why not? Let's also pivot so we can get I think I need 15 magic. I think. Yeah, I need 15 magic. And that way I get a thing called Spark. 1 red magic skill. Ugh. Well, at least we already have 2. I guess from the first week, right? I head out early to meet up with William. Hey, Dave. The main thing you need to do today is to pick your campaign theme and slogan and to decide how you're getting to spend your budget. Then tomorrow, for the rest of the week, you have to attract as much attention as possible to yourself. If you look like a leader, a lot of people will believe that you are one. So theme, some people go with joke campaigns, puns, silly names, and things they think will be memorable. A guy ran a grocery list once: buy milk, buy bread, buy cheese, vote Fred. I wouldn't recommend it. That sounds... Okay, like, to be fair, that sounds terrible, but also it sounds quite funny. I do understand what they were going for. Low key. Low key? High key. High key, I kind of understand what they were going for. I don't know if there is something very specific that I should be going for. Oh god. I'm so scared. I'm reading so many things right now. Okay, tell you what, we're just gonna YOLO it, and if it doesn't work out, Ellen is still a backup. Oh god, Chris, you're so evil. I know, but it's a visual novel. You're allowed to have like backups and stuff. That's how it works. It's better to associate yourself with a powerful mental image, even if it doesn't connect with your name. Dragons are always popular, but kind of cliche. It'll do, but you could do better. A creature from your own homeland would work better if it's something people will recognize. I don't want to be too specific about my identity, but a golden eagle might be an appropriate way to symbolize my heritage. Americans like eagles, don't they? Sure. Can we put like a wand in its mouth or something? The other thing you have to do today is order your campaign materials. I hope you've saved up some allowance, because funds are required to come from the candidate's own pocket. Damn it! What happened to lobbying? What happened to campaign backers? However, since the time frame for elections is so short, the school will provide the materials to order, so you won't have to stay up all night with markers and scissors. Thanks. Now, you absolutely want at least posters and badges. That's the basics. That shows everyone who's running. Badges are probably better. People find it fun to collect them, so they'll naturally help spread them around. You can give away food. Everyone likes free food, but then it's gone, and they may not even remember who gave it to them. No, I remember cupcakes are pretty good. That's about all I remember. Upperclassmen have the option of buying custom-made treats marked with their slogans, but freshmen can't afford it. Yeah, you're right. You've got a tough challenge ahead of you to beat Minnie, so take every boost you can. But if you're going to be a leader, you need to make the final decisions yourself. Good luck. He leaves me to make my way to my meeting with Professor Potsdam. Okay. I arrive in the empty conference room and take a seat, spreading out the folder's worth of papers in front of me. The elections are held on Friday afternoon. By then, I have to design a campaign, promote it, and write a speech to convince people to vote for me. That doesn't leave much time for trying to decide what I'd actually want to accomplish as a leader versus what I need to say in order to get elected. I doubt the school would let a freshman class president change anything of substance though, so it's probably a title. So I do have to remember that I do have saves and worst case. In between episodes, if I get it too wrong, I can just rejig it a little bit. Just a little bit. Hello, Dave. I'm sorry that I'm late. There was a little bird in need of assistance. Well, are you ready to begin? Yes, ma'am. The first thing that we need is your official campaign nickname. That's how we'll announce you on Friday when you give your platform speech. You should also design your marketing material around your theme to tie the campaign together. How do I want the student body to think of me? The sock monster. Man, I want to be the sock monster. That sounds so stupid. The Wolf King is a pretty good one, but like I have had it pretty heavily suggested to me that I should be the Golden Eagle, so where I'm from in the hood, they call me the Golden Eagle. Thank you, Potsdam. Very majestic, though. Some might wonder why when you are not a falcon. Okay, the Wolf King then. Any sort of Prince Charming campaign would draw the wrong kind of attention, but an animal ruler won't make people think about my family. And wolves are strong and powerful, so it should sound about as good as Lion King. Okay, she didn't chastise me for picking that one, so I guess it must be okay. Christ, Potsdam, you're so picky. You also need to decide how to spend your campaign budget. Now, candidates are restricted to using their own spending money to fund their campaigns. However, your parents have requested a special arrangement. Oh, have they? Uh-oh. If you take an advance against your weekly allowance, you'll have a full $100 to spend in your campaign supplies. Isn't that cheating? Oh no, it's just a very clever application of the rules. You have to adapt to the best of your ability, by the way. Oh, also, whilst you're here, your parents planned ahead. Typical. The funds are still coming from your school spending money. You won't receive any allowance for all those future weeks. Any student who thought of it could have made that request. But I didn't. And you called it a special request from my parents. Don't try and pretend this is something that anyone can get. You know this is only for me. But I didn't think of it, my parents did. Exactly. William said that I need every advantage I could get. No. I mean, we'll still take it. Like, like, you know, I'm not like that morally against it, but I never said I wasn't a terrible person, but like, I'll still complain about morals and ethics. All right, take it. Well then, what would you like to order? I'm sure you'll want posters and paper badges for your supporters to wear are very popular. We have some supplies in stock and I can fetch you a few other things from off campus if you need them. Customized cupcakes. $90! Well, we have the money. YOLO swagger, as the kids say, paper badges and posters. We already have customized cupcakes, we don't need standard cupcakes. Miss me with that. All right, I'll have those supplies delivered to your room in the morning. Good luck. All right, so we're not getting any allowance for, oh my God, 100, so 20 weeks. We're not getting any allowance for the rest of the school year. We're gonna have to lie, cheat, and steal. Call me Eddie Guerrero. This morning marks the beginning of the highly abbreviated student council campaign season. I assume that means it's shortened. The campaign materials have been delivered to my door bright and early. I have a stack of 6 posters, each one saying the Wolf King for president. Vote for Dave Lunason. That's me, by the way. Hi. There are 6, so I suppose I should put one in each hall. For now, I tape the Wolf Hall copy across from my door. I have a few dozen cupcakes. They're chocolate cake with a filling of gooey chocolate orange. People who know me know that I love orange. I love a cheeky bit of orange, my God. Iced with a mirror glaze and then my name carefully hand-piped on top. It sounds incredible. How many students are there here? Alright, looking at these, I can see why the custom option was so expensive. Cupcakes aren't really a breakfast food. I stashed them in my room to hand out after class. I have some orange paper badges cut in the shape of a wolf wearing a crown. The crowns have been colored in with a shimmering gold paint. Written on each one in black ink, Dave Lunason for president. There's also a little box of straight pins, disgusting, to attach the badges to robes. I need to go out somewhere with a lot of people so I can give these away. Well, into the gardens then. I knock at Donald and Luke's door. Ready to go fight the good fight? Oh no. I was gonna say on one hand, let's go, we love that, we have our own little helpers. And then I was just like, wait, our little helpers are Donald and Luke, that's really bad. Can they... Could they not be? Are you sure you want me along? No, in no way, shape, or form. You know a lot about attracting attention, just don't set anyone's hair on fire. Of course not, I already did that one. Logan's helping Jacob with his campaign, so he can't join us yet. But Jacob's going for treasurer, not president, so we're not rivals, so we can all stand together. All right, good to know, let's go. Come on, everyone. Eat up your cupcakes. I would stop and eat a chocolate gooey chocolate orange cupcake. In fact, I think I would coerce everyone I know to go and vote for this person if I could have 2. So all I need is everyone on campus to be like me and we're a surefire thing. I spend the next hour with my hallmates introducing myself to every student who passes and giving them my badge to wear. There's no time for serious conversation with anyone and it would be hard to hear anyway. Considering all the other candidates out on the quad this morning competing for their attention. I don't recognize all the candidates, especially the upperclassmen, but I know a few. Logan's roommate Jacob is easy to spot because he looks like a smarmy little sausage. He appears to be using a fireball as a symbol and is giving out some sort of red candy. That wasn't on the school's material list, but I suppose there isn't a rule against buying candy ahead of time. Oh, look at that, once again. Look at that, what, once again, planning ahead, cheeky bit of pragmatism as opposed to adapting on the spot seems to be working wonders. I'm not pointing any fingers at all here, Potsdam, but if I ever catch you sleeping, I will cast a spell that chops your head off. Probably too harsh, honestly. And then there is Minnie Cochran, surrounded by well-wishers and near bouncing on her toes from excitement. Each student that speaks to her walks away with a yellow paper hand pinned to air robes. Well, I can't concern myself with her. I have a job to do. This is a good way to get my name out of there, but it's tiring and boring. That was like 2 stress. It's fine. What the hell? They didn't even tell me about how much everyone loved my cupcakes. Excuse me? Why am I even here? Why am I even here if not to suffer? I leave a little bit early so that I can have a table set up on the main pathway by the time that classes are letting out. I arrange the cupcakes in an artistic pattern and prepare to smile and wave. Smile and nod at everyone. Don't listen to anybody. A number of upperclassmen cluster curiously around my fancy cakes, but I wave them away, proclaiming the best treats to be for freshmen only. Oh, now it's cupcake time. Okay. This gets me approving smiles from my own classmates. Everyone likes to be special. You hear that? Special. Let's go. All right. We got a bit long on this one. Oh no, it's only 30 minutes. I say only. Hasn't YouTube changed? Yeah, we'll end this one here, and the next episode should be who gets in for president. I have no idea how any of this is calced, and I'm not using my virtual keyboard to find out. So I sure hope that there's just a nice, easy option to tell us how to be co-presidents, or that I get president and, you know, I can start crushing everyone underneath me. Yo, would I get paid to be president, maybe? We do only have, like... We have 20 weeks to go without money. 20? 20. So, if I started stealing money from other people, I could get it back. Vote for me for president. I'm definitely not corrupt.